Well, good morning, YouTube, and happy Thursday. How's everyone doing? And good morning to Galen Dougal. I think I said that right. Let me know if I didn't. You said just watching to see if absolute Powerwash corrupts absolutely. I like that. Let's start with petting the cats here. And we'll get right into it since I'm a little teeny tiny bit late this morning. I will start with the Bandstand. Which is quite the mess. What happened here? I always wonder what happens at these places to make them so messy. Tell you what, if you're wondering if the game's any good, it's actually not that bad. It's very good. Now, I imagine you're wondering how in the name of Herbert heck our Bandstand got in such a sorry state. Well, see as you've been too busy to stop by lately, I'll tell you. Well, they make you wait for more information. I'm like, all right, keep going. Oh, if my voice sounds a little scratchier than usual, and it seems I might have a cold. So, sorry about that, but I cannot help that right now. And I feel like this is going to be one of the easier cleans. But yeah, the game's really good so far. It runs good. I think I've only had one issue where I couldn't put down a ladder I picked up. Now, I haven't tried multiplayer. I hear that's kind of borked right now. So, Galen, have you played the first one? And are you debating buying the second one, or you have it on your wish list, or just curious? Oh, we missed a spot. There. Okay, I was going to say, it looks like there's footprints, and yep, there's footprints in it. but I don't see a garden gnome so far. I still haven't figured out what the deal is with the garden gnomes. Either the developers really like them or they really dislike them. You know, now that I think of it, I could have used this. Would have made things go a lot easier. And the funny thing is, every time I go back to the first game, because I'm still doing all the bonus jobs and extra stuff that I have, I miss this thing. I'm like, I really, really wish I had this power washer. Of course, you know about that Muckingham merman appearing from nowhere deep in the desert and firing forth that blue beam of his day and night. Okay, blue beam of his day and night, yes. What you might not know is that this bandstand has become a pulpit for every tin pot gas bag wanting to give their warm bake on where it might have come from or what it might all mean. I might know a little something about the, yes, statue in the desert. I tell you what, if somebody's getting into this game and they haven't played the first one yet, a lot of the dialogue is going to make them go, huh? Because it's directly related to the first game. So they call this a bandstand. They should call this a gazebo. I guess they could be one and the same. Love how the bandstand has a hatch just in case the band are tanking and need a quick getaway. Hello, Harper, or Buddy from the first game. All right, let's switch out. I will be happy when they make keybinds available. I was all dinging at once. That should be a pretty gazebo. I guess they have a point, mind you. What does the merman's beam even do anyway? Okay, a couple years ago, it may have helped neutralize Mount Rushless, thereby preventing an apocalyptic event, but what has it done since? I don't know. Maybe kept the volcano quiet? I love how in the first story you kind of inadvertently become a hero and save everyone. But then in the second story you just get to go back to being the good old power washer. Go back to your ordinary life. Kind of like it, I'll be honest. Oh, this thing cleans up nice, doesn't it? Hold on. Alright. You know what? We're gonna switch to... Okay, that's good. There we go. That makes getting the high spots a lot easier. Of course, I'm guessing this is wholly unrealistic for a power washer. I don't think most of them could do this. Well, that definitely looks a ton better. You know, having looked up the Art Deco house architecture and discovering that the one that we clean in this is pretty accurate to the architecture style. I think I'm now curious to see what turn of the century bandstands look like to see if this is also fairly accurate. Think think that as much as we could do from the inside. Leave the rest of it as exterior. All that danging all at once. It's time to go up. Where'd it go? Not inside. A doofus. Come here. Out here. Ah, there's the cat. I see him down there. Playing in the flowers. Okay. And I think there's a pair of garden gnomes sitting on that bench, looking out at the water. I thought so. You know what? I'm wondering. Surprisingly, this works relatively well up here. think we just got a whole bunch of stuff there at once. And I'm not going to complain about it. Yeah, I almost want to say this particular power washer is just a teeny tiny bit OP. Makes me wonder what kind of things we're going to be power washing later. This is what we start with. Alright, I think we've reached the end of what this one can do. So, nope. Alright, I want to turn all of this off. Once I specifically ask for it, I don't want it highlighted. Hey. Alright, we got corbel, column pedestal, arch. These things. Okay, so the roof cupola is done. And these are corbel decorations. So those are corbels. And we found it. Column pedestals. Wait, I bet I know what. Yep. There we go. Got it. Well, that looks nice. Can you imagine living in a small town with one of those as the feature downtown? I mean, I'm sure it was quite common. Not very common anymore. Oh, hello, kitty. Hello, Bubbles. Hello, Ulysses. Hello, Squeak. Dirt Finder. Indy informs me that you've done an incredible job. It never ceases to amaze me how something as persistent as dirt is shifted by something as wishy-washy as water. By the way, don't forget to book Ulysses in for her festival hat fitting. You know that cat's the star of the show, Park Warden. Everybody wants Ulysses. Ulysses is not your puppet. Now, go to the shop. Wash your equipment. I think we have everything for this one. Yeah. We have all of that. 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 Kind of surprised they don't say, oh, you have to pay bills now in this game because you have a space that you bought. Medium duty. Oh, that's the Prime Beast at 3,000. We can't not afford that right now. Medium duty washer in the Urban X range provides power comparable to the heavy duty washers of its competitors, but at a cost to the area of effect. Yeah, but we still don't have enough to get it and some attachments, so we'll hold off. We got furniture-wise. We've gotten the piano. We got the whimsical lamp. We got the whimsical sofa. The retro rug. We got this retro side table we could get. We haven't gotten any of the futuristic stuff. Oh well, no. We did get the futuristic table. And then I decided I didn't like it, so. And we got the acoustic guitar. I think I want this retro side table, so I'll get it. Good thing for mute buttons. So we want to clean that. Look how it's a little bitty thing. Looks like more like a stool than a table. It's also very bright orange. Very retro. We'll put that right there. You know, we should have, like, I don't know, a place we can put this, like a little apartment that's built onto this. It looks like it should be in a house. Yes, I see you. Right now, whoa, we've opened up, whoa, no, those are all the ones we've done. I was going to say, we opened up a lot. We have a mobility scooter we need to clean up. I know some folks complained about the merman's beam, but I weren't one of them. You see, I love giving folks a treat, and that beam fired a line straight over our retirement home all the way to the Bull's Eye Superstore on the edge of town. So every night I'd fold that beam there, just as the markdowns go out. Then I'd load up with as much discounted deliciousness as my scooter could handle. But the beam went off just as I was short-cutting it through the national park. Made it out eventually, but those woods are denser than pound cake, and my scoot's not cut out for off-roading. So Rusty was using the beam to get to the store to get discounted goods at the end of the day. And now the beam's cut off. Oops. Oops. I may have found my way out of those woods, but the discounted snacks didn't. To clarify, it wasn't panic eating. It was just the best before dates were fast approaching and I can't stand waste. This is going to be like one of the fastest cleans ever. Cute little scooter. Alright, here's Ulysses. There you are. Found herself a shady spot. Oh, good grief. What now? Alright, hold on a second. Alright, sorry about that. So armrest, control console, and wing mirror. There we go. Powerwash Services, on behalf of the Barclay Street Residents Committee, I'd like to commission you to clean the eyesore, which is number 46. Okay. Amazing work, my friend. Scooter scooting like a dream machine. I've already been to the Stuff and Run just down the way. It's not as good as the Bullseye, but it'll do nicely till they figure out how to turn that beam back on. Oh, I've left you a red velvet cake as a special thanks. It was the only thing not on discount. That's how good a job you done. Cute. Where's the scooter? Cute little model. I love how they created the shelf so you can see everything you've done. It also works as your free play. So if you click on one of them, you can do them again. But the models are just cute. Except this one. The shooting gallery should have been something different, I think. Alright. Wow, we managed to do 2 cleanings in an hour. Well, they were both relatively small. Let's check out this Nouveau house. So we did an Art Deco house the first time. That was... Where was it? Where was it? Teapot, campsite. Oh, the Art Deco house is right here. Right near the Nouveau house. Alright. Oh, you're here. Fantastic. This house has been a blight on the street for ages. Honestly, if he wasn't such a good lawyer, we'd sue him for lost valuation to our collective property. Not to mention the damage he's doing to Muckingham's chance of becoming Town of the Year. Berkeley Street is front and center of the mayoral procession route, as I'm sure he's aware. Don't worry about getting evicted. We've checked all the local bylaws. It's perfectly legal for you to be here, so let's get washing. Let's see what this Art Nouveau house looks like. Wait, Wishy, you know whose house you're cleaning, right? I have no clue. Harper, you're going to tell me, though, right? Okay, Harper's taking his good sweet time. I don't know if it's for dramatic effect or this is going to be a long message. Either way, he can spit it out. interesting looking. I was gonna say, I think we missed the spot. Davian Lesage, the legendary lawyer, apparently they were all set to take down the mayor years ago. But after being foiled by a dirty judge, he got so disillusioned that he went into seclusion and has been there ever since. I think this whole Jefferson family has been lording over this area for a century or more, and they're not very nice. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We want that one. Okay. Well, maybe this will get him out. This will convince him to come out and rejoin the world. As we all know, Jeff Jefferson, the 13th, is up to something. I don't think he's doing this contest just for giggles. Nice doors. Of course, now I have to look up examples of Art Nouveau houses and see how well this stacks up. The Art Deco one did. I'm assuming this one will too. Of course, the Art Deco one I had a little more experience with, considering that was the style of house that my grandmother had when I was growing up. Right, somebody has come out here shouting, "Get off my lawn!" Of course, I'd have to be on, on his lawn. Wishy, do you think we should ask Xavier if it's okay to be here? Probably, but it's a little too late. My golden rule is never to get on the bad side of good people. I'll reach out. It's a little late now. I mean, we've already done the whole front side of the house. Good morning, Neon. Don't worry about being late. You got here. I was a tiny bit late this morning too. Seem to have caught myself a bit of a cold. So don't mind if my voice is sounding a bit scratchy this morning. Xavier Lesage, it's an honor. We just want to make sure that we're fine being here today. Well, I'll admit that when you first started working, I was tempted to open a window, holler Pearson versus Kinski 1975 at you, and get you escorted from the premise. But actually, I'm quite enjoying the ambiance. He's enjoying the ambiance. Does that mean he's going to end up being a repeat customer? Can you come power wash my house? I just want to hear the sound of the power washer hitting the walls. Nice house, though. It really is a nice house. I think I still slightly prefer Art Deco better. We finish this. There's a big swath of wall up there that we didn't do. There we go. Yeah, that window looks like it'd be right at home in Rivendell. I can definitely see the they call it elven influence in the Nouveau house. Dirt Finder, our mutual cleanup of the county continues apace. How soon can you get to the recreation grounds? As soon as you tell me that you don't want the cat back. So, how about you go? Okay, I guess I can't say that. I better not piss him off yet. I have a feeling we get to piss him off at some point. I hope so. A lot of gilded wood on this. Looks like a big old greenhouse inside here. Okay, I guess that would be a sunroom. That makes sense. You know, houses back then, like the Art Deco houses and stuff, they had some really nice features that we don't see in modern houses. At least not nearly as often. Like you had the sunroom, which you could go sit in, but was often also used to grow plants. You usually had a separate sitting room and living room. So the sitting room was where you received your company, and the living room was actually a private space for family. Oh, look. Yeah. A good lawyer here definitely uses the sunroom for growing plants. It also helps that I can also detect from the manner in which you clean the first 49% of my house that you intend to do a thorough job. Well, that is my whole job, is making sure it gets cleaned as thoroughly as possible. And how would you know it's exactly 49% than I did? Unless you are watching like a hawk. Boy, I'd hate to have to replace that glass. That's all one piece. Yikes. That would cost the moon to replace. Ah, there we go. Now that's the downstairs part. Whoa, missed the spot. That's good. Oh, we missed a big old spot here. Yikes. Alright, that's better. I wonder how they made that. Looks like it would have had to been a custom mold. Hold on a second. Alright. Oh. I will get as much of that as I can before I go up. Could you come back over here? Thank you. We need the shorter. That's a little better. Curious, several hairs from my British short hair have transferred from your purse into my windowsill. It appears that you still have possession of the mayor's cat. You a lawyer or you Sherlock Holmes, dude? Now, he's either going to tell me I need to return the cat, or he's going to offer to help because he doesn't like the mayor. Which is it gonna be? Woo! Woo! There we go. Alright, come on. We got up there the first time. There we go. Yeah, Xavier, about that. The mayor's been demanding Ulysses back. Where do we stand? Well, did you have an official transfer of guardianship? If not, then I'm afraid he has a case. Oh, no, we didn't. Okay, thanks. Oh, good morning, Leon. Looks good, Elvin's blunt. Yeah. Definitely had. Well, that's how I actually learned the difference between Art Nouveau and Art Deco. Someone described it as Art Deco looks like it was built by elves, or looks like it was built by dwarves. Art Nouveau looks like it was built by elves. that bit's done. Sure we didn't miss anything else here. Don't think we did. Good morning, Miss Bella. Not sure if my previous super chat went through. You mean your chat? I saw your good morning message, but I don't see a super chat. You mean your chat? Because I saw your good morning. I also saw you mention the elven influence of Art Nouveau. Thanks. Definitely looks better, doesn't it? Alright, stop it, stop it. Untrack all. There. This sunroom is definitely very gilded, which would have been a thing back then too. Whoop. Okay. Well, I gotten that one already. Alright, what do we have left? Alright, high cleaned. Balcony barrier, balcony roof. Entrance door handle. Let's work on the entrance first. My day's going pretty good so far. It's still early. I do have to end the stream right before noon, though, because I have a phone appointment, which I almost forgot about until I checked my messages and saw the reminder for it. But other than that, and a little bit of a cold, I'm doing fine. How are you doing today? Entrance plaster base. Kind of figured this was a plaster cast. Likely wood underneath, and then plastered over the top to give it a smooth appearance. Well, thank you, Neon. Oh, what's that? Alright. Entrance pilaster base. So it's got to be one of these two. And it was that one. Front dormer. Side base. Side eaves, side molding. Side molding, huh? Maybe it's the molding on the other side. Yep. Alright. Now. Hello, Ulysses. Front dormer. Conservatory. That's the conservatory. Eaves frame. So alright, so frame and roof. And we have one more frame piece. And the roof. Whoop. Down we go, and back up we go. Alright, what part of the conservatory roof did we miss? I'm glad to hear that. Anything fun for the day? There we go. Front dormer. I don't know if we can get back up there here. Nope, we'll have to go down and around. What was that, Bella? My phone cut out. My apologies. Oh, I just asked if you had anything fun or interesting planned for the day. Okay, so that's the front dormer. So the only thing I have left is the balcony roof. This thing? I totally missed. That was not good. Aha! Got it. Well, I have to admit, that is a pretty little house. Not particularly my style, but very pretty. Although I do like that balcony. I was rather hoping to employ the hilarious refrain, "You've missed a bit," and back it up with photographic evidence. But you didn't, so I can't. Impressive. Xavion. Well, maybe Xavion will help us later. Alright, so we've done the mobility scooter, we've done the Novo house, and the bandstand today. Alright, we have an airship next. That's the mayor. Hi, Ulysses. And let's see, did we get anything new furniture-wise in the shop? A Gothic chair. I don't think it's going to match the rest of the front. Ooh, a whimsical chair. That one I will get. That matches the couch. All right. And we'll put that over here. So let me put it down. Really kind of wanted it closer, but okay. Okay, I have to take my brother to work and then pick up some lunch and dinner, then head home because my mom lives with me. Well, that's nice. Can I move it? I want it like, yes, like that. I mean, the whimsical stuff kind of looks absurd, but cute at the same time. The future stuff looks really bland by comparison. Now, how much money do we have? Do we have enough for we have 2,300. So we'll get that. We'll get the turbo nozzle. And we'll get the adaptable nozzle. That leaves us broke again. But that'll work for the moment. Alright, one more pet for the squeak, one more pet for the bubbles, one more pet for the Ulysses, and the month's humble choice. I finally got it. So we're going to take a look at that real quick. Give me just a second. I can't remember what all I got. I got a couple of games. It's from the October's Humble Choice. So hold on. So I picked up 5 of the games from October's Humble Choice. We have Somebody That Can't Type, Atomic Hearts. I picked that one up. And that was one that was on my wish list for a while. I'm not sure how well I'll do with this one, but it definitely has a very interesting world. Let's just put it that way. I also picked up The Rising. That was in October's Humble Choice. So that is a open world survival game where you play as a vampire. So that one looks, I've watched people play this. It looks really interesting. And there's also there's single player. You can do online co-op. You could do online PvP, which isn't my thing. But yeah, I thought this one, we might try this later and see how badly I do at it. But there was that one I picked up. I picked up Caravan Sandwich. Yeah, Atomic Hearts does look cool. So Caravan Sandwich is just kind of a little exploration game, which for some reason is, oh, I know why it's on my ignore list. Because I guess the developers or something were among those that were celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, which is absolutely disgusting. I wouldn't even celebrate Biden's death, and I don't like him. So, you can actually disagree with a person and not celebrate them passing. You know what I mean? There would be some extremely, extremely rare exceptions to that. But the game itself might be interesting. From what I could tell from the reviews, it's very short, though, very linear. So I don't know how much we're going to actually like that one. But I did pick it up. And then two others that I'm actually rather interested in. Scream, interesting. I agree. I don't deal with PvP. I'm more PvE as well. Well, I'm just, I'm old and I don't have the reflexes for PvP. Plus, while the majority of the PvP community is friendly, there are those PKers that you don't want to have to deal with. So I got Hotel Renovator, which apparently has mod support now. Now, this one came out a couple years ago, but you're basically renovating and decorating a hotel. It also has a whole bunch of extra content for the game. A bunch of DLC, because of course it does. Might pick up one or two of the DLCs to go with it. Apparently I could get a whole pack that has one of the DLC plus, it just says a DLC pack 1. So yeah, there's DLC for this, which I guess I almost expect. But that one looks interesting. We will definitely try this in the future. And finally, the last one I picked up was Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town. And that's a farming sim. It says, welcome to Olive Town, a peaceful community established by your trailblazing grandfather and his friends. Now that you've taken over his farm, it's your job to carry on his legacy. Plant crops, raise animals, build relationships, and get to know the residents of your new home. So we'll take a look at the trailer for this one. And we have it muted because, music. Yeah. We'll skip the music. Character creator looks nice. The usual crafting and farming. Graphics are nice. Cute. Oh, you get to ride around on a scooter. Have you grown accustomed to this town? Thanks. Friends are the best. I love basking in the sun with all the animals. Of course, there's fishing, mining. Oh, cute little cruise boat. So yeah, that looks really cute. We'll definitely be trying that one. Maybe we'll do that for some evening streams, depending on what people vote for. So that's the 5 that I picked up from this month's Humble Choice. All of them definitely have potential. A couple of them I will probably suck at, but we'll try them anyway. I'm willing. I'm game. But y'all have to let me know which one are you most interested in seeing me play next. Now, I'm thinking tomorrow evening we will probably not have a stream. So tomorrow morning, instead of doing Powerwash, we may go ahead and do Palworld in the morning. Would y'all be interested in seeing a morning stream of Palworld? Which one? Oh, these aren't demos. These are the full versions. But which one was your favorite? Story of Seasons, Hotel Renovator. Like I said, we'll probably play Caravan Sandwich, although I hear it's very short. The Rising. Like I said, I will probably not do so great at this one, but it does look interesting. And I have had it on my wish list for a while, so I am looking forward to that one. We have lots of we have choices. This month's humble choice was generous. Let's just put it that way. Story of Seasons. All right, we'll definitely do that one. I'll have to decide if I want to do that in morning streams or the evening. But we'll see. We're definitely doing it though. Alright, so, like I said, tomorrow morning we will likely do Palworld, since tomorrow evening there will not be a stream, considering it's Halloween. But I think we're going to leave it off there. We had a lot of fun in Powerwash today. Got 3 things done, which I'm kind of surprised at. That Art Nouveau house was very interesting, and now I have to look up Art Nouveau architecture to see if it matches like the Art Deco house matched. I forgot to look at the model for it. Oh well. We'll look at that next time too. I love the little models that you get after you do each cleaning. I think it's my favorite part of the game right now. It's collecting the models for the cleans you do. So, thank you to everybody that stopped by today. Thank you to Neon. Don't feel bad about being late. You got here when you could. And I appreciate you for it. Thank you to Galen Dougal for popping in. I appreciate you too. For everybody who maybe popped in and out, or you stuck around and lurked, well, thank you. Appreciate you. Next time, say hi. I promise I don't bite. Not even when I have a cold. Especially not then. And if y'all don't want to miss all the fun stuff, you haven't already, y'all know what to do. All the fun cookie things YouTube wants you to do. Now, I have to get ready for a phone appointment, and then I'm probably going to rest a little, maybe work on the new PAL base for tomorrow morning's stream, but mostly rest, because my head feels like it's full of cotton right now. So once again, thank you. I do appreciate you all. Have a great rest of your day, evening, night, wherever you are. And until next time, bye for now.